Yes, my shirt is inside out. Shut up. Let's talk about the final season of The Boys, episode 1 and 2. We're going to do a quick little summary of the episodes and then get into the good, the bad, and some questions. So to summarize episode 1, Big Homie got caught in 4K. Starlight was mad desperate. She ain't got nothing else. The resistance is basically cooked. So you know what? Release the tapes. Released it. They said, hey fam, that ain't me. That's AI. That's not. You ain't catching me in 4K. That wasn't me. Look at the cape. That's not me. That's not me. And then it worked. And he said, you know what? They trying to embarrass me? Big homie, big homelander trying to embarrass me? They gotta go. So they makes a plan. We're gonna execute the boys, Frenchie, Huey specifically. They're very important. And get them out of there. We're gonna lure Butcher and Starlight out and get them out of there too. I got this. Then the other side, we got Butcher thinking he Nick Fury, trying to break him out the camp from last season. The plan is to free them out, get Frenchie to finish this virus to get Big Homie out of there. Fast forward to the escape is going well until Big Homie get his hands on Huey. Then A-Train, after getting talk no jutsu'd, started hearing them saxophones and pulled up Aura Farming, and it was GG from there. He tried to run, but in the end, the A-Train got derailed. Episode 2 continues that story. They have their hands on the virus due to the help of Samir from last season. They're like, hey fam, we need to test this out on somebody. I got an idea. We got this bootleg version of thing, Timu thing. Okay, we ain't getting sued for them because he black. Okay, he black. So we ain't copyrighting. We gotta go and test it out on him. But meanwhile, Big Homie says, hey fam, he has his dad's pod from the trailers in his room. He's like, yo fam, I'm gonna need your help. He like, you do realize I tried to kill you, right? He's like, hey fam, I know, but guess what though? If you help me, it's water under the bridge. We ain't gotta worry about that, right? We cool. My dad, son, come on. So it works, right? They working. Say, hey, big soldier, I'ma need you to go get Butcher and come back to me. Don't do nothing else. I got it from there. So Big Soldier does his thing. He finds Butcher. He said, you know what? I ain't going back. I'm handling this on my own right here, right now. You betrayed me. I'm getting my get back. It is what it is. And like I said earlier, right? Team Boys, they're like, hey, we gotta test this out on somebody. Let's test it out on Big Soldier. Let's see how this works. And in the end, it ended up working, right? Presumably, right? They got Rock Hard out of there. He GG'd this little TikToker duo. They got him out of there too. The dude, I don't know what the girl, the dude got out of it though. He got packed up. Got him out there looking like the fluff from Halo. It was bad. But in the end, it didn't even matter because Big Soldier is still alive in roll credits. That's a summary. 2 great episodes. Out of 10, I'll give episode 1 like a 9. That was like so good. Episode 2 was a little bit slow. It was a little brief period. It was more focusing on like the relationship aspects, literally and figuratively. And then after that, that's when it started to pick up a little bit when it got to the big soldier part of the episode. Started to pick up a little bit. Really enjoyed it. Let's move on to the good. Number 1, this morality question, right? When they're focusing on like the boys, they're questioning like the morality of everything, right? Because Kimiko is obviously a soup, Frenchie is not. So it's like, how are we gonna do this, right? Because this whole virus thing is meant to get everybody out of there, right? Starlight already accepted this. All right, she's like, hey fam, I got nothing else. Let's just get this done. And like Frenchie and Kimiko is like, hey fam, I can't do this to you, right? Cause you mine. But like at the same time, I gotta get this done. You feel me? We're working all this hard. I ain't finna screw this up. So you know what? I'm trying to find a way to make it work with you here. And I mean, you know, I love that the morality around everything. And they kept, when they were driving with the virus, they kept passing by people getting collected, the Starlighters getting collected, and we're like, yo, we gotta help them. He's like, nah, we can't, because if we do, they gonna pretty much stop everything we worked hard to do, and which makes sense. So I'm loving the morality behind everything. It's consistent. I like it. And speaking of consistency, number 2, this man Homelander is about to tweak. Oh my gosh, this man is about to tweak. This man is losing his mind. Episode, literally like 5 minutes into episode 1, when he got caught in 4K on the airplane, he was like, yo, I'm about to laser everybody in this room, until Sage calmed him down. And then episode 2, at the A-Train funeral memoir thing, this man was front row tripping. tripping. This man was losing his mind. And then when everybody left, he's still there. He talking to A-Train in his casket. He's like, yo, I looked at you like a brother. I treated you well. Okay, and this is how you repay me. Why is everybody treating me like this? Like, why is everybody betraying me? We'll get to the betrayal in a minute. It's very important. But I'm loving it. This man is about to tweak. Because, oh boy. And then at the end of episode 2, when he's like, yo, this wasn't meant to go this way. Yo, this wasn't planned. Everybody's doing this. Why is everybody doing this to me? He was about to laser deep for the 30th time. He's tweaking. Number 3, I gotta go. A-Train, rest in peace, my GOAT. He had a cool looking scene. Once he pulled up trying to aura farm during the escape, I knew it was over for my dog. I heard them saxophones, bro. He paid homage to the Quicksilver scene. I forgot what X-Men movie that was, but everything was slowed down in time. He's manipulating everything. That was a really cool scene. But after that, I just said, yeah, it's over. It's over for A-Train, bro. Yeah. And it was. Rest in peace. I love this character arc throughout the show. Never really saved anybody. And then in the end, he saved everybody. So that was a really cool moment. Shout out to that. And number 4, I got to go with the interaction between Vice President Ashley and Sage. It was cool. It was funny. Enjoyed it. Wasn't too much. Didn't overstay his welcome. It was quick, funny. It is. I loved it. Now let's move on to some minor gripes. It's nothing crazy. Like I said, I gave both episodes a 9 and an 8 respectively, so it isn't really too much bad. But the glaring question that I have was, why was Kimiko in the Philippines? Right? They basically were just like, yo, we don't know what to do with you. We just gonna drop you off in the Philippines and hope Bush don't come get you. That's basically what they did, which is a little disappointing. It's not something that's gonna make or break the show for me, but it's like you kind of did that whole thing with the finale last season, and then it's kind of like not hand waved away, because we do see the ramifications of that with the breakout of the camp. But like, you know what I mean? Did she had to just be dropped off in the Philippines like that? I don't know. And speaking of Kimiko, number 2, in episode 1, her voice sounded a little weird. Yes, I know that's a real voice. I'm aware of that. Okay, I know. You don't have to tell me, but it came off like, I don't know if it was like a audio engineer thing. It kind of sounded weird. It sounded dubbed. I know it's not dubbed over, but it sounded like it was. You know, it's a little minor gripe, but not make or break. Episode 2 sounded just fine. Just episode 1 was a little rough. And number 3 is no Ryan appearances. You know, they did mention him once in episode 2, where a big soldier asked him, where's Ryan? He's like, and Butcher's like, yeah, Homelander's got him somewhere. And that was about it. You know, that was about 2 hours of content, and we didn't see Ryan at all, which is, I'm not gonna say concerning, but it is a little eyebrow raising. I will say that. And that's all the good and bad I have. Let's get into 3 questions. Question number 1: what's up with Noir? You know, they made it very clear in the previous seasons that he can talk. Right? Last season he was talking up a storm. Okay, he didn't shut up. But now in episode 1, they were like, yo, Noir, you can talk. You know that, right? And he's like, he doesn't talk anymore. I'm like, that's a little strange. Why are you not talking anymore? You know? I don't know if it's like something that's gonna be very important later. It could be like a little gag in the background, a little joke. I don't know. Maybe it's like the original noir somehow, some way. Maybe it's something Homelander did. I don't know. I don't think it's a new person, because I do think Homelander would just look at him and go, "That's not noir." You know, it would be very strange if it was like a whole different person and it wasn't mentioned by Homelander at least once. That'd be a little weird. But yeah, very, very questionable on that end. And question number 2. I'm going to assume the reason why Big Soldier wasn't killed by the virus was because of V1. And that's like the whole overarching thing of this season, is who is getting that V1 first? Will it be Butcher or will it be Homelander? I think that's going to be like the big thing this season. Obviously the virus is going to be a very important part of it, but I do think the V1 is the reason why Big Soldier's not dead right now, right? I don't know if he's going to be a zombie or he's going to be just normal, or just like this brain dead superhero trying to kill everything. I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah. So that leads me to believe that Homelander is going to try his best to get his hands on the V1 so that virus just doesn't work, or at least has like a reduced effect on him. That's my prediction. Where does that V1 play into? The whole overarching theme of these first 2 episodes is betrayal, right? A-Train and Homelander, we knew that for a little minute, but it finally came into play in this episode 1. Annie and Huey felt a little bit betrayed at the camp. He was like, yo, why are you siding with Butcher all this much? Why are you choosing Frenchie over him, saving him first and not me? That was a little weird. They did patch it up in episode 2, but that was like a little slight of like, hey, what's going on? And you know what I mean? And then Soldier Boy and Homelander. Soldier Boy is going to believe that Homelander set him up, even though that was not his intentions. Like he was like, yo, just find him, come back to me. But Soldier Boy was like, yo, you just sent me out to die, which technically speaking, he kind of technically did, but it was not his intentions. And so that leads me to my question number 3. Who is next to betray Homelander? Right? We all know Sage does not care about Homelander. We know this. We learned this last year. She does not care about Homelander whatsoever. She's playing a long game. When does that play to effect and how? I don't know, but we know that's going to come at some point. A-Train and Deep had a nice little scene where it was like, you're scared of him. And Deep was like, no, me? No, I would never be scared of him. And then the end of episode 2, laser eyes, Deep, go away. This man was peed his pants. This man is terrified of him. And so what's going to be the end goal for that? What's the end point with that? Does Deep end up betraying him and dying in the process, trying to save Huey or something, or Annie or whatever? Or is it just something like, yeah, I'm going to go out on my shield. I'm going to save big homie one last time and hope for the best. I don't know. Ashley is pretty much over it at this point. She, in that psychic tumor of hers, is kind of driving her crazy. It's a matter of time till she does something wild, or does she just get pinned with all the crimes that the government did because somebody got to take the fall for it. So it could be that. Could be Ryan. Is Ryan going to be like the big betrayal, right? Everyone's talking about the little punch scene from the trailer. Who is Homelander punching? It could be Ryan. It could be after Ryan betrayed him. We don't know. We'll see. So that's my big question. So that's my third question. Who will be the next to betray Homelander? And that's my review of The Boys Season 5, Episode 1 and 2. Let me know your thoughts. I really enjoyed these first 2 episodes. Way better than Season 4. And we're off to a great start. But let me know your thoughts in the comments while you're down there. Like and subscribe. Hit that noty bell for more videos like this. I will be dropping these every week, every review. Let me know. I can just start doing other show reviews, start doing some reactions to the episode and post them on this channel. Who knows? But have a good day. Goodbye.